Ritesh here, and welcome to my fifth video of logistic regression series. And we'll start in this video where we have left previously. So until now, we have seen that we have some problem in our algorithm that cannot handle outliers, and if there is one single outlier, our hyperplane changes and it goes nearer to that uh, outlier. So what we have to do is we have to come up with some methodology or some formula which will not give a very which will not give uniform weights to normal points and outliers. Suppose these are suppose these are a class of points which are lying here, hmm, and these are some other class of points which are lying here. And now if a point of this class belongs lies here, so our hyperplane should not shift from this side. See, this is the optimal hyperplane. Visually we can see this is optimal, but our hyperplane should not shift from here to here just because we want to classify this point properly, because this may be outlier. So we have to come up with some formula. So what we have to do is, for every point, for all the points that we have in our data set, we will not give them equal weights. What we will do is, if from this hyperplane, if a point is lying very far away from this, then we will come up with a formula which will normalize the distance. Suppose this distance is 500, so we will not take it 500 as the absolute value. We will change this value and we will normalize it. So we will see how to normalize uh, these type of values in. So I will introduce you to a function called sigmoid function. This is denoted as this. Sigmoid of x is 1. Sigmoid of x is 1 upon 1 plus e to the power minus of x. This is the sigmoid function. Now what this function does is, you can see with this graph. I will draw this graph. What this does is, for some particular value it increases, but after a particular value of x, this will saturate itself. After a particular value of x equals to capital X, it will saturate, and this can go up to 1. And this similarly in this side also, after some value of x equals to minus x, small x equals to minus x, this will saturate, and it will saturate at -1. After that, if you keep on increasing the value of x, this will not change the value of y. So this is the advantage of using the sigmoid function. Now how this is advantageous in our case is, suppose this is our plane, and suppose this is our plane, and we have some points belonging to class 2 here, and one point belongs to class 2 is lying there, and rest of class 1 points are here. Now what happens is, this plane this plane will not shift from here to here just in order to avoid this large negative distance. Why this is negative? Because this is on the opposite side of the majority of the classes, and this will have a very negative value, large negative value. Now this will hamper our the loss equation that we were solving. And what was our equation? Was summation of I equals to 1 to n. It was yi multiplied by w transpose xi. So we want to have a maximum value of this. Now this large negative value will reduce this value. So in order to compensate, our algorithm will shift our plane or hyperplane from this point to this point. So to prevent this, what we have to do is, we have to come up with this function, and we have to use this function, so that if at all the value of x is very large, or the value of this distance is suppose very large in the positive direction or in the negative direction, then what this formula will do is, it will make that 1. That is the maximum value that it can have. Now what is the advantage? The advantage is that even if this point is in the negative side and it is very far away from the point, it will not add to this final answer a very large value, because whether it is 10, whether it is 20, or whether it is 1000, the maximum value that it can have is 1. So even if it is very far away from the point, this will not add up to our final answer. So this is how we will solve our problem. Now how to incorporate this in our formula? So what we are going to do is, until now we were calculating it as yi multiplied by w transpose xi. This was our equation. This is I equals to 1 to n for all the n points, and we have to maximize this. Now what we will do is we will maximize this, but we will pass this in sigmoid, that is yi multiplied by w transpose xi, and we will maximize this I equals to 1 till n, and we have to maximize this. Now since we know that sigmoid of x equals to 1 upon 1 plus e to the power minus x. So writing this large term every time is not very convenient. So what I will do is I will make it zi, and zi is equals to yi multiplied by w transpose xi. So from now on we will replace this large term with zi. So now this will be replaced with this summation of I equals to 1 till n, and this is, we have to maximize this, and sigmoid of this is zi. So I think you all have understood why we have to use this particular sigmoid function in order to squash the values. Even if the value is very large, the distance of the point is uh, very large from the point, we will use this function in order to compensate, or in order to prevent our algorithm from shifting the hyperplane just because of one or two outliers. So thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next video, where we will do some more modifications in the formula to get our final mathematical formulation that we will be minimizing in order to train our logistic regression. So thanks for watching this video.